Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to race number 10 of the third season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series as we're heading to Dover International Raceway for the 10th race of this championship of the third season. After today, we have 13 more races left to go, and then our next race in 2 weeks will be at Hillside, which is right after the Thanksgiving holiday. Everybody will be off next week for the Thanksgiving holiday. Of course, next week will only be the Diva uh, series that we have going on that holiday weekend. But let's focus on today's race as Skylar Taylor sits on the pole position. I believe this is Skylar Taylor's first pole on the season. I could be wrong, but I'll have to double check through the points. Skylar comes into this race third in the championship standings, and I am correct. This is her first pole on the season, so hooray for me. Alongside of her is Andrew Williams in the number in the 15 machine. Andrew comes into this race looking for Andrew in the standings. He is 27th in the points table. Summit Oskin in row number 2, the highest rookie driver in the 06. Summit Oskin dropped 9 spots down to 32nd in the points, and J Ard Underhill is 15th in the standings. All these drivers still looking for their first win on the season. Nathan Murphy completes your top 5 as you look at the rest of the starting lineup. And let's get these drivers rolling off behind the pace car. So here's your top 10 of the points presented by Golden Corral after last week's race at Talladega. T Mauser is still the points leader, or took the points lead from J Ard, 22 points separating between those two drivers entering this race. Skylar Taylor, as I mentioned, third in the championship. She's 31 points back of the points lead. 37 back is Tatiana Noguera in fourth. Rookie points leader Summer Wagner is fifth in the standings. She's 47 back of the leader. Bradley Reim is sixth. Will Parrish seventh. Zachary Fitzwater eighth. Carlos Rodriguez is ninth. And Courtney Lynn completes your top 10. As I said, this is our last race before the Thanksgiving break, which everybody will be off next week. And then in 2 weeks, we're back for Hillside and continue on the rest of the way. As pace car is pulling off, we're getting set for today's 40 laps of racing here at the Dover International Speedway. Should be a fun race, and the green flag's out. We're underway here at the Monster Mile. Skylar Taylor got off to a very good start. As off of turn number 4, Skylar Taylor will lead the first lap of this race. Samad Oskin in second. As I said, he dropped 9 spots down to 32nd in points after a tough race last week at Talladega. Looking to turn what has been a disappointing season for him in the process. J Ard Underhill, the highest of the rookies, currently in the third position. J Ard Underhill, 15th in the points, looking for some good momentum to bounce himself into the top 10 in the points. As we leave today's race, get ready for the 13 races coming up. There's T Noguera currently in the 5th position. She's 4th in the points coming into this race. Check the back of the field here. Anthony Finelli, the 64. There's Ingrid Pollard in the 45. Ingrid Pollard will be driving in the Truck Series coming up in the Season 1. She'll be driving Truck 99, the XI Batteries Ford Mustang, or Ford F Series, for Season 1. Ricky Cervantes, we'll see him in Season 2 of the Winston Cup Series. That was contact almost between Cervantes and Finelli, a couple of rookie drivers. Finelli, who missed the rookie showcase after being late to the entry list, and Ricky Cervantes, former Truck Series champ, making his 3rd start of the year, replacing the now banned Hadley Martindale after the controversy that has been happening involving David Heller recently, or in the last couple of weeks. There's Jared Johnson right behind Summer Wagner. There's a good run for Luis Hernandez in his 3rd start on the season. Back up front, Skylar Taylor, currently the race leader. Skylar Taylor looking for her first win on the season here in Season 3. I do not recall if Skylar Taylor went to victory lane in Season 2. I'm going to have to double check that to be sure. But I do not think off the top of my head Skylar Taylor went to victory lane last season. I'm going to check, actually, since we're discussing that. Skylar Taylor finished last season 26th in the points. Zero wins, 2 top 5, 5 top 10s. Did not get a pole. And she was a rookie entering that season last year. So Skylar Taylor has not been to victory lane in the Red Bull GT Series. And this is her, if I look correctly, if you count today's race, which is race number 10, this is her 36th career Red Bull GT Series start. And she has never been to victory lane this season in her 30, this being her 36th race. She has not been to victory lane. Or she is a second-year driver. Former PCSRA Camping World Truck Series champion from Season 1. Trying to get her first career win in the Red Bull GT Series. Summit Oskin running in 2nd. That was the ride J Ard went to victory lane last season. Oskin has yet to find victory lane. Josh Harmon did not find victory lane last season. In fact, I don't think... Oh, somebody's blown up. Who's that? That's Jackson Harrison. It's been a difficult season for Jackson. It looks like the engine has let go on the 16th, so he is going to be our first retiree out of the race. But as I was getting ready to say, none of Skylar Taylor's drivers that I noticed in the points from last season found victory lane. Josh Harmon did not find victory lane last season. And then Anthony Finelli, who signed up, has not been to victory lane. So none of ST Motorsports has been to victory lane. And Skylar is looking to try to get her first career win in the series. Of course, she drove the 45 truck to win the championship in the Camping World Truck Series for the PCS way back in season 1. Maybe a one and done season. We will have to wait and see what I'm going to do if there will be a season 2. See what blew on Jackson Harrison. He blew a header on that Ford Mustang. Been a tough season for Jackson Harrison. Jackson Harrison's having a season to forget, 36 in the points. Has not been a good rookie year for him, if you ask me, as we're past the halfway point of this race here at Dover. You know, I talked about when I was last year for the Dover weekend, I talked about Brenda Eveling, who you're going to see her in the Winston Cup Series, as well as the remainder of the Diva races that I've done. I talked about when Brenda Eveling was struggling in the points table, and she hadn't won in a long time. Well, you can say the same thing for Skylar Taylor. The last time she went to victory lane was, like I said, back in the Camping World Truck Series back in season 1. Of course, she did make the playoffs, made it into the Final Four, and ended up winning the championship. And so far, Skylar Taylor's been super consistent, almost reminding me of what Addie Peterson did last season. Of course, Addison Peterson will be running full time in the Craftsman or in the Busch Series next season. And I know Skylar Taylor wanted to sign up for the Trucks Busch and Winston Cup Series, but that won't be until season 2. Which I'm going to ask. I'm going to start. I'm going to already. I've already had a video made for season 2 because, as I said, season 1's already been recorded. So just an FYI. And remember, Skylar came in this race third in the points. The guy she's trying to run down for the points lead, rather, T Mauser running in 30th, came in this race as the points leader. J Ard, the gal that she's also trying to run down for the points lead, running in 21st, came in this race second in points. A number of other drivers who came in running well in points are going to take some hits. So Dover's going to be a bit of a point shakeup heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Hillside, which is identical to this track. And Tatiana Noguera is in 5th. She came in this race 4th in the points. And looks like she and Skylar Taylor are going to gain some points on T Mauser and J Ard, who are not having the best of runs. So I think Dover is going to play a bit of a point shakeup heading into our next race in 2 weeks. I want to go ahead and take this time to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving next week. Of course, I'm off on Thanksgiving Thursday. Just want to help everybody enjoy turkey and family and all that, yada, yada, yada. Even though I'm not going to have any special events this year, I still have like the Diva Trucks, Busch, and Winston Cup Series just to keep y'all occupied for the next couple of weeks, including the holidays. So if you think I forgot to do any NR races, you better think again. So we're down to 10 laps of racing to go. When I first saw Skylar Taylor signed up, I thought to myself, I've never heard of this driver or this young lady, and so far she's done pretty okay, I would say. She was a force to be reckoned with in the uh, Camping World Truck Series, and now she's done okay in Red Bull GT competition. This being her 36th race of her career, and it's been a long winless spell for Skylar Taylor. I know Skylar Taylor's going to sign up Josh Harmon for the Truck Series in Season 2. The WRA presents the Craftsman Truck Series. Don't know if she'll be running. She'll more than likely end up part-time in the Busch Series. I'll be surprised she gets all 3 rides in Trucks, Busch, and Winston Cup Series. But I know she's going to do her best in her rookie campaign. That will be for Season 2. J Underhill is going to be in the Truck Series in Season 1 coming up. Drive the number 2 Team ASC Dodge for Ultra Motorsports. Going to be a teammate to Alina Ritchie, which was announced. Alina Ritchie is going to make her rookie debut in the Red Bull GT Series in Season 4. Yes, there will be a Season 4. It's going to be taking place after the Trucks, Busch, and Winston Cup Series seasons are finished. As we're down to 4 laps of racing to go here at Dover. Skylar Taylor. So far, she's been the dominant driver of this race. I can safely say Zachary Taylor has not wrecked anybody for once, but his points finishes have not been very good for him the last couple of weeks. And if things don't change soon for Zachary Taylor, he might put another driver in his place just to see if they can figure out what's going on with the performances. As we are down to 2 laps of racing to go here at the Monster Mile. Coming to take the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Skylar Taylor has had the dominant car so far. She started on the pole. It'll be pole, win, just like that. And it's going to work well. Skylar Taylor is going to pick up her first career DRL Red Bull GT Series win, winning today at the Monster Mile of Dover. And was this enough for Skylar Taylor to take the points lead going into the Thanksgiving break and heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Hillside? We're going to find that out when we have that answer. Samad Oskin will get Rookie of the Race in second, a well-needed run for a driver who comes into this race running terrible in the points, which is 32nd to be exact. So a couple of drivers that are struggling in the points table, a good run for them. J Ard Underhill, top 15 in the points coming in this race. He'll be inside possibly the top 10 in the points. Andrew Williams, quiet run in 4th. Andrew 27th in points, going to move his way through the points table. Tatiana Noguera, I believe she'll be 2nd in points heading into our next race in 2 weeks with a solid 5th place effort. Kyler Anderson 6th. Cody Smart, quiet run for him in 7th. Cody came in this race 38th in the points, a well-needed run for him. Luis Hernandez had a quiet run in 8th. Luis Hernandez is 43rd in the points. Of course, like I said, he came in late in the season Good job for him. Quiet run for defending champion Addie Peterson, who will finish in ninth, and Annie Crenshaw, who will be driving the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge for Penske Racing teammates to Cody Smart in the upcoming Winston Cup Series for Season 1, will complete your top 10. Well done for the teenager from Indianapolis. Good runs for them. Top 15 were completed by Carlos Rodriguez, Henrietta Fitzwater, Nathan Murphy, Chaz Farmer, and the DRL president, Logan Williams. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, J Ard came home 20th. She was second in points coming in this race. The guy she tried to run down for the points lead, T Mauser, 33rd, came in this race as the points leader. He will lose the points lead. But the two gals that were behind him in points, like Noguera and Skylar Taylor, finished inside the top 10. So I believe Skylar Taylor, because of the fact she led the most laps and won the pole and all the bonus points, I have a feeling she'll be the points leader heading into our next race in 2 weeks. But a lot of drivers who are running well in points going to take some hits. Zachary Taylor, 39th, last car on the lead, laps up break for him. Nobody finished a lap down or more in this caution-free race, and Jackson Harrison did not get to see the checker flag after a mechanical failure, took his number 16 back behind the wall and out of the race. So Dover has played its part in shaking up the points, but Skylar Taylor won't be too disappointed after taking home the win, and good momentum for her going into the holiday break and into our next race in 2 weeks at Hillside. Thank you all for joining me for today's race here at Dover. Want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving from all of us on the PCS Race Sports and Gaming channel. There's going to be some Diva stuff, which we will see Tatiana Noguera, Annie Crenshaw, Courtney Lynn, just to name a few, and also J Ard on that list that will be racing next week during the holidays. Red Bull GT Series, as I said, will be back in 2 weeks at Hillside. If you enjoyed today's race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Race Crew today. We showed your full finish results. Your point standings are down in the description going into Hillside in 2 weeks. We will see you guys next time. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And until then, I've been Devil signing off. So long from Miles the Monster in Dover. And thank you for watching another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series on the PCS Race Sports and Gaming channel, the best in racing around the world since 2017.